Good afternoon, everyone. Here is my topic. It is theoretical investigation of a novel FRED-based mercury sensor, and we are analyzing how the metal ion is interacting inside the cavity of the crown ether using some DFT calculations. Here is a simple introduction about like metal toxicity. So if we have we know like we need some metals for our basic nutrients, but if it exceeds a level, then it may mimic some of the some known diseases like erythrocyte hemolysis, Alzheimer's disease, asthma, and hypertension. So we need to detect these metals, and there are a lot of techniques available for these metal detection. Some of them are AS, atomic absorption spectroscopy, ICP mass spectrometry, but these techniques are pretty expensive and complicated for the sample preparation. So we rely on a very simple and very easy way, that is a fluorescent detection technique. And it also to note, this technique is very sensitive and selective, as equal to the other available analytical techniques. There are photoelectron induced electron transfer, and fluorescence resonance energy transfer, and intermolecular charge transfer. These are some of the known mechanisms which involve the fluorescence. And here is a simple schematic diagram of the FRET mechanism. As I'm focusing on FRET, I just want to give a little introduction about it. Here you can see a picture which has a donor and an acceptor, which is well separated by a spacer. When analyte is bind to it, there might be a chance for energy transfer between the donor and the acceptor, and the acceptor will luminous uh, due to that um, energy transfer. Uh, so we got we have did some geometry optimization for our ligand, and also we have introduced a heavy metal, that is a mercury inside it, and we did some geometry optimization for these both the systems using WASP and also using Gaussian. And we have found that in the ligand we got 176 number of states, whereas in the mercury bound one it is 224, and the number of HOMO in spin up and spin down is 131, which is equal for the ligand, whereas in the mercury system we got 137 in the spin up and 136 in the spin down. And here I have given the total energy for both the systems. And we have plotted the energy density of states for both the systems, and we have found that the band gap is around zero 0.5 for the ligand, and around 1.2 for the mercury bound one. And it is very interesting to note, when we added the mercury to it, there is an additional electron which might be responsible for the fluorescence for this particular system when the mercury is bound to it. And also we have plotted the absorption spectra for both the systems. And here is the protonated ligand system, and we can see there is a absorption around the range of 540 to 580, which corresponds to the blue emission. And also when we took the picture under the UV light, the sample is blue and fluorescence. And whereas for the mercury bound system, uh, the absorption band shows at about 620 to 680, and this corresponds to the red orange absorption, whereas the complementary color emission will be green. So, and also here is a very evident picture which shows it is green fluorescence in nature. And also we have plotted the HOMO and LUMO for the both the systems. And also we found that in the HOMO range, we have see we can evidently see that the electron density is more in the anthraquinone ring, whereas for the LUMO we don't see any electron density, whereas I'm not completely satisfied with this picture. So when we did the path charge uh, for the mercury bound system, as I mentioned, for the basis FRET systems, we can see that will be energy transfer between the donor and acceptor. Here we can see there might be a chance for energy transfer between both the systems. These four orbitals corresponds to the pyrene, and these three corresponds to the anthraquinone. So it's kind of very I'm really happy with these kind of pictures, and also this one shows a very pretty good for the mercury atom, which has a D character in it. But in the protonated ligand system, when we plotted the VASP orbital, there is no electron density around the anthraquinone. It is only in the pyrene, so there might be not a chance for it to luminous in nature. And here is the video for the geometry optimization of the mercury bound system. Here we can see we have randomly placed the mercury inside it, and we went for the geometry optimization. So the mercury fits in the cavity so as to have the minimum strain by the neighbor atoms. So here is the conclusion. So we have analyzed both the systems with VASP and Gaussian, one with the metal bound and one with the free ligand. And we have found the band gap total energy, and also we have plotted the density of states and absorption spectrum. Um, and also we have plotted some of the orbitals using the Gaussian and VASP. And here is a link for the YouTube video